Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin got a major push up and then an instant rejection. The rising wedge pattern might now start breaking down. Let me show you now. First, you're going to notice Bitcoin yesterday definitely did not bounce at a random level. Going right now with the volume levels, measuring the entire upper price action, it really does look like we broke our value area low for a brief moment, pushed towards downside, taking the liquidity below the recent low, and then we started moving back above the value area low at approximately 77,400 US dollars. Because the level right here was reclaimed, it was a sign of strength, and definitely Bitcoin then started moving very much impulsively towards the upside, breaking the value area high right here, the upper volume area of resistance, aligning with the daily level. Once this level was broken, for sure, we continued much higher towards our next very important price target. And also right now, if you watched my yesterday's live stream, you probably know that we were talking about a potential ABC move towards the upside. Similarly, as also has been happening right here in the past for Bitcoin, because you're right now going to see every single move towards the upside for the past few weeks, it was an ABC move. You can see right here, A, B, C. Also right here, another A, B, C. And also what is happening right here, we can definitely potentially say we got right here an A wave, we got the B wave, and right now also the C elite wave straight towards the upside. And this area where Bitcoin right here got a rejection off of was definitely not a random one. We took the liquidity above the recent high, and you can clearly see the rest is history. After taking the liquidity, Bitcoin then got another major rejection back down of approximately 2.5%. And of course, if you watched my yesterday's live stream, you probably know that we were talking about a potential short or sell position directly above the recent high. But I need to be completely honest with you. The entire push towards the upside, when Bitcoin took the liquidity above the high, it was happening in the middle of the night for me. That is why I missed the trade. I did not fire a short or a sell position right here, even though my plan was that I'm going to short right here. But the thing is, it was in the middle of the night for me, but at least at the moment, I still do remain in some of my long trades. On Bitcoin long trade and also in the Ethereum long trade, but later in the video, I am going to show you exactly where potentially we might be looking right here for another short or a sell position, or maybe even another long or a buy position if Bitcoin right here, right now, is actually going to continue lower. But overall speaking, we can actually make right here a very simple plan. Overall, Bitcoin is still in some kind of a horizontal range. All we got right here was a rotation from the bottom of the range all the way up towards the top of the range. And right now, still, Bitcoin is in a range-bounded environment, going from the area of support, going towards the area of resistance. And right now, also potentially, if we go lower, we can be talking about the bottom of the range being another very important support level. However, if you look right now at what level is Bitcoin trading at the moment, you're maybe even going to be surprised. Going right now with a fixed range volume profile, measuring the entire range with the volume once again, you can actually right now see we are trading at approximately point of control, the biggest volume cluster of the entire horizontal range. But not only that, we go with our Fibonacci retracement from the swing low here back towards the swing high, and it does seem like Bitcoin is right now as we speak trading at the golden Fibonacci ratio and also at the biggest volume cluster right here. So definitely we are at some kind of a very nice area of support. Would I personally fire a long or a buy position right here? To be honest, not really. I still do remain in some of my long trades right here on Bitcoin and also on Ethereum, but the thing is, the next long position in my opinion is definitely potentially going to come in slightly lower, exactly at the bottom of our horizontal range. But what you're right now going to see, Bitcoin is at the support level and a lot of people are already opening brand new long trades. What you're right now going to see in the order flow right here with the CVD and also with the open interest indicator, we got quite a significant increase in the CVD indicator. So what does it mean? Buying pressure coming in the market in a form of brand new money. Major push towards the upside on the open interest indicator, and this right here right now simply means a lot of people fired already a brand new long or buy trade exactly at this specific area. What could possibly go wrong? long, definitely looking for a buy or a long position with majority of people, in my opinion, is not really going to be the smartest idea. That is why if we right now go lower, only then I'm going to look to fire another long trade, but definitely not at the area where most people are right now still being bullish. That is right now why I would really appreciate if you smash up the like button, because 600 likes right here are definitely possible. But of course also, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Now, we do need to talk about a bigger rising wedge pattern. What if Bitcoin is right now actually breaking our major bearish pattern straight towards some side, and we are going to go right here much lower? Now, I need to be completely honest with you again. I did not fire a short position right here because it was the middle of the night for me. But the thing is, potentially right now, Bitcoin finished the 5th elite wave of our entire rising wedge pattern exactly at this specific area. And right now, if we start moving impulsively towards some side, definitely we need to be prepared for lower targets for our next very important support level. Now, the second target of the rising wedge pattern, it is definitely going to be the start of it, which is actually going to come in at approximately right here, $73,600. But the first target of the rising wedge pattern, technically speaking, it is going to be the golden Fibonacci ratio when we right to measure the entire push towards the upside. So what do we need to do right here? Go from our recent low back towards the high, and it does look like golden Fibonacci ratio right here, it is going to come in at approximately $75,800. Now, this target right here, in my opinion at least, it's actually very, very low. Ideally, I would like to get a smaller push down on Bitcoin, and later I am going to talk about the Bitcoin liquidation heat map right here, but nevertheless, ideally right here, we get right now another push down, we hit another support area, and only before the bigger golden Fibonacci ratio right here does get hit, Bitcoin then does get another rotation back towards the upside. However, of course, when we talk about our recent trade right here, losing the value area low, losing the bottom volume support level, technically speaking, it is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. But let me right to show you that even though Bitcoin potentially right now is going to get another push down, lose the value area low, I'm still potentially interested to fire another long or buy trade at approximately right here at $76,800. Look right now on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 3-day time frame. The biggest liquidations right here are going to come in not exactly above the recent highs, but actually exactly below the recent lows at approximately, let's just say, $77,000. And trust me, this specific area right here is not a random level. We go again on our Bitcoin chart, we go with our Fibonacci retracement from this specific low right here back towards the high, and it does seem like that another golden Fibonacci ratio on Bitcoin is going to come in at approximately $76,600, literally almost exactly below our recent lows. That is right why, in my opinion, if we right to go lower, the golden Fibonacci ratio right here, the first one, it is already going to be a very important price target, simply because we do have a lot of liquidations exactly below the recent lows. But not only that, I'm right now going to zoom out even further on the 1-week time frame. This one is not bearish at all. We do have right here the biggest liquidations coming in exactly above the recent high that was formed only a few hours ago, which right now means if first of all potentially we get a push towards the upside, we grab the liquidity below our recent lows, we wrecked even more people that just entered their long or buy positions on this entire push towards the upside, and only then we might be looking right here for a rotation back up, taking also the liquidity exactly above those specific recent highs. But also right now, zooming out even further on the 2-week time frame, the story is going to be very, very similar. The biggest liquidations on Bitcoin on a higher term time frame on the 2-week are not going to be below the recent lows, but actually exactly above the recent highs. And you can right now actually see last time Bitcoin grabbed so much liquidity exactly above the high, only then we actually got right here another bigger rotation back towards downside. So let's try to see what is going to happen next. I do know that unfortunately, at least, I am not holding any short positions. I am going to get stopped out on break even on the long trades if right now Bitcoin does go lower, but nevertheless, I am still right now more interested to fire another long or buy trade at the area of support, approximately at this specific golden Fibonacci ratio. And that is right why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free $20,000 bonus without KYC and without VPN using the SEC link down below in the description. You click the link right here and you register register on BTUnix, you deposit, and you're going to get a beautiful trading bonus completely for free. Also, the more you're going to trade, the bigger rewards you're going to get, including an iPhone 17 and an iPhone 17 Pro Max, but also the better you're going to trade, the bigger rewards you're going to get using the second link down below right here. So if you're right now looking to enter under trade, I would definitely say that taking an advantage of the free bonus, it is going to be quite a smart idea. But also right now, if Bitcoin right here is going to get actually a rotation back towards the upside, what is going to be the first very important level I'm right now paying attention to, where of course, if we are going to be pushing towards the upside on a very low volume, I might even fire another short or a sell trade. And you can right to see the value area high, the upper volume resistance level on Bitcoin, it is actually going to come in, let's just say at approximately 78,400 US dollars. And what we can do right here, let's actually go on the 15-minute time frame. We are going to go with the anchored VWAP and anchor it exactly at the high here. We do have an anchored VWAP approximately at the value area high. So once this level right here, potentially right now, does get hit, if the price action is going to look choppy and very, very weak on low volume, yes, I'm then also still interested to fire another short or sell position, stop loss above our value area high, targeting lower levels, ideally at least this specific low right here at approximately 76,800 US dollars. But on the other hand, if we then continue higher, Bitcoin, for example, is going to go straight towards the upside. And as we said already before, the next target is then going to be another higher high for Bitcoin to then also take the liquidity above this specific area. Also then ideally hit the top of our major ascending channel right here, because at least as right now, it does look like the top of the ascending channel has never been hit. That is why, of course, let's see if Bitcoin in the upcoming days right here, it is actually going to be able to get another rotation back towards the upside. If we then hit the top of our major ascending channel, you need to be aware that also a lot of different indicators, including the Adler stochastic CG oscillator on the 1 week time frame, are definitely not looking as bullish. This one, at least as right now, it is being directly in the overbought area, which is definitely going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. So our plan on Bitcoin is right now very, very simple. The next trade I'm going to look for, it is going to be a long position. If Bitcoin does go lower, below our recent lows, taking the liquidity and of course liquidating a lot of people from the entire crypto market. If we go higher, the first level is going to be the anchored VWAP, where potentially we might look for a short trade, but ideally the best short position in my opinion right now Bitcoin, it is going to be, if we go again higher, take the liquidity above the highs again, hit a major liquidations cluster, hit the top of our major ascending channel right here, and only then we might look to fire another high probability short or a sell trade. That is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 20,000 US dollar bonus, no KYC, no VPN, using the second link down below. You register, you deposit, you're already going to get a beautiful free bonus right here, but also the more you're going to trade and the better you're going to trade, the bigger rewards you're going to get. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.